surprise, a visitor from Lake Inasmuch. You all know where Lake Inasmuch is, don't you? It's not far from Bartholomew. That's it. Well, here, without further ado, is the business consultant, the sweetest little honey bear you've ever seen or met, Mr. Bartholomew Bear.
Howdy, howdy. Good morning to you all. I am so pleased to be here. I could not be any happier if I were dipped in honey. No, sirree, I could not be happier.
Wow, Bart, that sounds pretty happy.
Well, now, if you'd have the week I just had, you'd be happy to be anywhere else, too.
Bart, that doesn't sound like you. I always think of you as competent, mellow, intelligent, peaceful, good-humored.
Now, it sounds like I'm running for office there.
Okay, Bart. But I just can't think of a place more peaceful and beautiful and idyllic and easygoing as to Lake Inasmuch. How can you want to be away from there? It's more than I can imagine.
Well, Toots, you might as well start imagining, because I'm about to tell you about the Mr. Groom Pay and his family.
Mr. Groom Pay?
Yep, that was my first mistake. I marched right up to him and said, in my friendliest and most welcoming voice, I said, "Welcome to Lake Inasmuch, Mr. Grumpy." Looked like Grumpy on the paper. How was I to know?
Oh, Bart, that's not a good way to start a relationship, is it?
No, ma'am, it is not. And he wasn't gracious about it either. Between you and me, Mr. Groom Pay was grumpy.
So how did you happen to be meeting Mr. Groom Pay anyway?
Well, you know, I was helping Miss Badger by showing the Groom Pay family a few houses. They were looking to move to Lake Inasmuch, and I was available, and I said I'd help out. And I consult with Miss Badger occasionally, and I just thought I could help.
Well, so how'd it go after that unfortunate opening?
I showed them around town, just a general overview, and said that it was a real nice place to live, and he said, "I'll believe that when I see it."
Doesn't sound like things were getting any better.
No, just wait. And then I showed him the first cabin, and I said it had been well maintained, and he said,
"I'll believe that when I see it?"
Yeah, exactly. And I said there was good, fresh water well, and he said, "I'll believe that when I see it." And I said that the school was just first rate, and he said, "I'll believe that when I see it." Well, you can see how the rest of the afternoon and the rest of the week went. Nothing was to be believed, and nothing was good enough. The food wasn't fast enough. The streets weren't clean enough. My car wasn't big enough. I did not talk fast enough. I talked too fast. And so the week went. Everything was, "I'll believe that when I see it."
Oh, Bart, I'm so sorry. How did it all end, or has it ended?
Well, you see now, I was just about on my last nerve when they asked about the Lake Inasmuch Chapel.
Oh, Bart.
Yeah. I said it was a good, friendly place. I said that Pastor Ron was a good guy and that the congregation was friendly and welcoming.
I can hear it coming, Bart.
He started with, "I'll believe that one," but he didn't get any further, because I said, "You know what, Mr. Groom Pay? Why don't you just come and see what I'm talking about? You're going to find that you are welcome, Mr. Groom Pay. You are going to find that your family is welcome, Mr. Groom Pay. And you are going to find, Mr. Groom Pay, that the love of God is known and experienced and practiced there. And, Mr. Groom Pay, you can be part of it."
Was that it, Bart?
No, there was one more thing. I said to Mr. Groom Pay, I said, "Mr. Groom Pay, I have one more thing I need you to hear. Did you know that God loves you? God loves you no matter what, and you can come and learn that at the chapel too, Mr. Groom Pay."
Well, I'm a little afraid to ask, but what did he say, Bart?
Well, now, you could have knocked me over with a wing, you know. He said, "No, Mr. Bear, I have never heard that before." "Really?" he said. "God loves me? Can that be possible? That's not what I've heard before."
And what did you say, Bart?
I said that it was as true as anything I had ever known. And then I said real quick, I said before I lost my nerve, I said, "Mr. Groom Pay, why don't you come to church with me this Sunday? And I'll introduce you around, and you can see what I'm talking about."
Well, did he say yes, Bart?
Not yet. He asked if he could think about it. But I did find that we got along a little better after that. Guess he just needed someone to care enough to tell him about the love of God.
Well, that's an amazing story, Bart.
Yeah. won't forget Mr. Groom Pay anytime soon. Well, I got to get back to the lake. Got chores to do, you know, chores. Yeah, y'all remember, tell people about the love of God and see what a difference it can make in their lives and in yours too. Bye now.
Bye, Bart. Say hi to everyone, folks.